name is James Branum, and before I begin, I want to thank the folks in the Lawton Resistance who asked me to speak today. Really appreciate you all, and especially your stand for free speech in the city of Lawton. Okay. My name is James Branum, and first I want to begin by thanking the Lawton Resistance for inviting me to speak today and for their stance for free speech in the city of Lawton. Deeply appreciate what y'all are doing. I am a human rights lawyer, and I practice in the area of military law, which means that I represent military service members who are facing oppression or injustice in the military itself. As you might imagine, this is a challenging area of law, but it has become much more challenging over the last 8 months. And I've had a lot of challenging conversations with my clients, with my friends in the service. And for many of them, a theme has continued to come up again and again, that they feel disrespected, that they feel that this administration has disrespected who they are, has disrespected their commitments. And so for today, I want to speak for just a few minutes about the nature of this disrespect and what we should do in response to this disrespect. So first of all, let's talk about the ways the military has been misused by this. By the ways that the military has been misused by this administration. It has been used in ways that service members never envisioned being sent out for. Military service members, they swear an oath to defend our nation, to fight the enemies of this nation. They did not sign up for what the Trump administration is forcing them to do. They did not sign up to police the streets of Los Angeles, a great, beautiful American city where people are standing up, speaking out against the kidnapping of people off the streets. Unfortunately, the Trump administration has seen fit to send military troops to the streets of Los Angeles. They did not sign up for this. They also did not sign up to cooperate and facilitate ICE raids. They did not sign up for that. They did not sign up to go to the U.S.-Mexico border to patrol a once peaceful border. They didn't sign up for that. They didn't sign up to invade random countries just because of the president's flippant feelings in the given moment. His threats to invade Greenland to take it from Denmark. His threats to invade Panama. This kind of flippancy speaks volumes about how out of touch this administration is and how there is so little awareness of the cost of military service and why it should never be used for inappropriate reasons. Our troops didn't sign up for this. Also, our troops did not sign up to provide support for the state of Israel's actions in Gaza, genocidal actions in Gaza. They didn't sign up for this. These troops rightly understand that this administration is completely out of touch with the reality of life in the military, and is completely out of touch with the constitutional order that is supposed to govern the military. Our members of the military rightly know that they are being disrespected by this administration. But this disrespect is not just limited to the inappropriate misuse of the military. It also goes to the ways that the military is abusing members of the military. Most notably, that relates to the cases of transgender and non-binary troops, many of whom had to jump through tremendous hoops to comply with the regulations of the previous administration to be able to serve. These are good folks, skilled folks who are good at their jobs, who provide critical work for their units and organizations. but they're now being forced to either go back to the closet or to be kicked out. All because Secretary of Defense Hegseth is paranoid about transgender people. He is deeply insecure and fearful, and because of that, we are throwing out tens of thousands of qualified, skilled members of the military, all because of Pete Hegseth's insecurities. That's not right. Also, women are deeply concerned in the military. They have to worry, if I get deployed to a different state or to a different country, will I have access to basic health care? Especially, will I have access to reproductive health care? Under the previous administration, tremendous strides were being made to ensure that women could serve anywhere. That, unfortunately, is being dismantled, and that is abuse. Women are also asking tough questions about their careers in the military. Many of them want to continue to serve, to turn out their 20 years, to rise in the ranks. Unfortunately, due to our current leadership of the Secretary of Defense, who has written at length about his opposition to women serving in combat roles, this will practically mean that the officer corps in particular will be becoming more male. Let me explain why. In the military, if you have combat experience, that gives you preference for promotions. It's very clear. Certain ranks you can't really get to without prior combat experience. With women being locked out of those positions more and more under the plans that Pete Hegseth is debuting, over time we're going to see more and more women having to leave the military because of the promote or leave policies. If as an officer, if you're denied promotion 2 times, you have to be discharged. This means the leadership is going to be more and more male, and that is abuse. People of color in the military are also deeply concerned. One of the problems is that under the previous administration, DEI programs were doing tremendous work to change the culture of the military, to ensure that everybody can serve and serve with respect. That is being undermined right and left. But also, we are now seeing targeted policies designed to target African Americans, particularly with the hair and grooming standards, which are designed to limit the number of African Americans who serve. This is abuse. Finally, members of the military across the ranks are deeply concerned about what's going to happen to them after they leave the military, after they are discharged. Our nation has a long history of a tradition of saying that when you make the commitment to serve, you will be taken care of afterwards. Now, our VA has deep problems. We know that. But despite those problems, what does this administration want to do to the VA? They want to cut it. They want to cut essential services to veterans. And they are betraying the trust that we have, that service members have shown to us by making the commitments they have made, by denying them those benefits. This is a violation of that sacred trust. This is abuse. So what are we going to do about this misuse and abuse by the Trump administration, by this administration that has shown that it doesn't care at all about service members? What are we going to do? I want to propose 3 things that we can do. First of all, we have to keep doing what we're doing now, which is being loud, being noisy. We cannot allow the current dynamic to be business as normal. We can't do it. We have to keep speaking up. We have to keep speaking to Congress, keep speaking to the presidency, to keep the pressure up. We know right now the odds are not good with the administration, the power it has, but we can't allow this dynamic to be normalized. We must continue to speak up. Secondly, we need to amplify the voice of service members and veterans. For too long, who do we hear from the generals and the admirals, and they show up on Fox News and the other news networks to defend the administration's policies. But when are we hearing from the rank and file? When are we hearing from the privates and the sailors and the airmen and marines, the sergeants? When are we hearing from them? We are not, and that needs to change. And so we need to be looking for chances, opportunities to amplify the voices of those who serve, to hear from them. After all, these are the people that we're sending to do these things. We need to hear from them. So let's amplify the voice of service members and veterans. Finally, we need to be ready to provide practical support to service members who are facing these injustices, who are engaged in the struggles of their lives right now. That's why I would encourage you to take out your cell phones. If you have one handy, take out your cell phones. I want you to save a number on your cell phone, and it is for the GI Rights Hotline. This is a non-governmental network of groups that provide information and non-directive counseling resources to service members with questions about their rights. But that non-directive part's important. They do not tell people what to do, but they make sure that service members are empowered with information so they can exercise their rights, and even in a crappy, rotten situation, get the best outcome possible. So the number for the GI Rights Hotline is 1-877-447-4487. And their website is GIRightsHotline.org. And we'll read that phone number one more time. It is 1-877-4487. The reason I'm asking you to save that number is most of us will have family members, friends, neighbors who are in the military. And they're going to be facing some challenging choices in the days to come. When they encounter those problems, when they talk to us, we need to be ready. The GI Rights Hotline is a great starting place for them. I also want to mention that for service members with more specific concerns about the possibility of being given illegal orders and the challenges that they may face if they decide to disobey orders they believe are unlawful. For those people, I encourage you to reach out to an organization I work with, the Military Law Task Force of the National Lawyers Guild. They can provide assistance to help connect these people with lawyers so they can make informed decisions on how to respond to potentially illegal orders from this fascist regime. Their website is nlgmltf.org. We encourage anyone who has questions about the possibility of illegal orders to call. Their website is NLGMLTF. And for the military folks in the audience, it's November Lima Golf, Mike Lima Tango Foxtrot.org. That's their website. The Trump administration has shown time and time again that it will continue to disrespect the people of the U.S. military. We can't let this become the new normal. We can't. We must use our voices to undo this injustice and ensure that this hideous disrespect by the Trump administration stops now. Thank you.